This is like Suicide Squad up in here. See this? See, these are Suicide Squad eyes. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Shayla. If this is your first time here, notice anything a little different going on? So I have two different color eyes happening here, and that's because I use two different colored palettes. So in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the Natasha Denona Tropical Palette and the BH Cosmetics Gilded Eyeshadow Palette. On one side, you have the $15.99 gold bronze palette. Oh wait, oh crap, it's this side. On the other side, you have this Tropical Oasis palette. That's $129. Like for real though, it is. I literally just got both of these palettes in the mail. I got this last night and I got this morning. Like these are brand spanking new. So you're gonna see my first impressions, what I think about the palette, and if it is worth it. We're gonna start with the Natasha Denona palette first. I just love the color of this palette. So cute. I'm gonna apply Sahara here in the crease. I'm using my fluffy brush, and I primed my eyes with the Kylie Granola Concealer. This color's not bad. It's humble. It's very humble, this color. Typically, I wouldn't use something, well, it's similar to like a MAC Saddle, except lighter. So typically, I would use something a little darker in the crease, even as like my first transition color. Next, I'm gonna apply Cocoa, just like chocolate brown here. Okay, so this has a lot more pigment than I was expecting. Ooh, blend, 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 blend. Not too bad. You guys know I wear something a little warmer in the crease, but this isn't bad. This is like a nice neutral vibe. I'm feeling like I'm gonna do a little blue. So I'm gonna apply Mint Frost, which is this like light pink frost on the lid. Ooh, that's pretty. If I wasn't comparing this to the BH Cosmetics palette, I would use probably like a blue base. That's just what I like to do. But we want to see the true pigment, so no, we're not doing a base. I always use like the corner of the brush to kind of carve the crease just like that. And then I'm going to apply this darker Tiger Lily right here to the outer crease. Something is happening. I don't know if you guys have experienced this, but see how the palette looks like, it's almost like it's, not the palette, the shadow looks like it's hardened a little bit. Like it's coming off, but the actual eyeshadow looks like there's like a layer over it that's preventing the brush from picking it up, which I've experienced with shadows before, and I don't know if it's from the oil of your finger or what, but like the brush isn't picking up the shadow very well. You can see it like on my eye compared to my hand. So I'm just gonna use my finger and I'm gonna try and get it on the lid. That is so weird. It's like not really going on that well with the brush, and then with my finger, it's just kind of going on okay. And there really isn't a darker color for me to use like in the outer corner. I'm just not used to seeing this type of pigment, you know? I'm used to seeing like super like aggressive pigment, especially in blues. I'm gonna add a little bit more of Cocoa. I'm just gonna put a little bit more in my crease. I'm smudging Cocoa under the lash line also. Wah. That's how I feel right now. Like all the excitement I had for this palette went away. Do you guys see what's happening here? There's like a layer over it, it seems like. And I do feel like when I swatch the other colors, like look at this. It comes off on the hand, but there's like a weird film. It's as if the shadows dried out a little bit. All right, I'm gonna wait until I do this side to apply the lashes and the liner. That way we can kind of continue to evaluate what's happening here. Next, we're gonna try out this BH Cosmetics palette. $15.99. I'm gonna start by applying, oh, what color is this? So the names are not on the palette, so it's gonna be a little hard to tell you guys the color I'm using, but I'm gonna use this brown right here. This shadow has medium, I would say like medium payoff and pigmentation. Next, we're gonna apply this dark brown right here into the crease. This brown's actually darker than the Natasha shade, I think. It's a little deeper, more dramatic. They're blending really nicely. Like both the palettes blend really good. Can't complain about that. I feel like this palette is doing that weird, the frosty colors are doing a weird something weird. I'm like, is it my hands? Like, maybe my hands are oily. I don't know. Let's do something similar how I did 2 shades on the lid from light to dark. We're gonna do this with the BH Cosmetics palette. So I'm gonna apply this pink shade here and this like burgundy on the lid. Oh yeah, that looks good. You just kind of have to put a lot on the brush and layer it on. I really like this color. It's like a pink iridescent gold. All right, let's go in with this kind of maroon color. And I usually will like flip over or wipe off the brush and then apply the second shade. Okay, I will say this, the quality of this mirror versus the Natasha Denona mirror is pretty like significant. BH is a little like more like wavy, like I look a little more blurry. This Natasha mirror is like crystal clear. Like I'm like, ooh, this is a nice mirror. So the quality of the mirror is pretty good. But for $15.99, I'm gonna smudge my bottom lash line with the same color I put in the crease, that dark chocolate brown. There's a lot of pigment right there. You know, it's kind of hard to tell because like this is a bright color, this is a neutral color, but you can kind of see even like a difference in the pigment, especially on this side. Like I actually want to go darker with this look, but that was the darkest from both palettes. Should we darken it? Should we do it? No, we're only using the palette. We're only using the palette. All right, I put on liner, I put on lashes, and you can see that, I mean, the eyeshadow looks both came out really great. I do feel like the BH, oh wait, what side is on? The BH Cosmetics on this side is a little bit more deep. Like the darkest brown, that chocolatey brown that I use seemed to have a little bit more pigment. So let's just start with Natasha Denona. This is $129, and I do feel like with the mirror and the names, it should be a little bit more expensive, but like $40 maybe, $50. If this palette was $50, I would say, you know, I would say this is a really beautiful palette. I actually would have liked to see like one more darker shade, but you know, it's a nice palette. It's just not worth $129. Like I would not buy this. Yeah, I said it. I think that Natasha Denona does a really good job matching shades together and creating a palette that you look at and you just like looking at it. Like it just looks really beautiful together. But as far as like the pigment, I feel like it's just as good as a BH Cosmetics. I really don't see a big difference in how it was applied on my eyes. If anything, the frosty colors almost need like a little bit of work, you know? And that's honestly one of the reasons why I don't usually use her products as often. I don't review them because the price point is just, it's kind of crazy when you think about it. All right, next let's talk about the BH Cosmetics palette. BH Cosmetics has been stepping up their game. Like, I don't know what happened, but like I really like, don't mind my fingerprints, I really like how this palette looks. It's just pretty simple. You open it, you have a mirror. I do want to see names under here. You know, a lot of the brands that aren't as expensive, they don't usually put names. It's usually on like a clear piece of paper that I always throw away, but I would like to see the names. But I think for $15.99, like I would totally buy this. I would feel comfortable recommending this palette for $15.99 because I feel like you will get your money's worth. You know what I mean? Whereas the Natasha palette, I mean, let's be honest, there's a lot of shades in here I probably wouldn't touch. Like all of these light colors, if you have lighter skin, I think it would be really pretty in the crease. But for me, because my skin's darker, I would only use these on the lids. And like how often do I wear like a matte lid? You know what I mean? So it's like, yes, I can use them, but how often will I? You know, will I use them? Probably not. That sums it up. Thank you guys for watching this review. Let me know in the comments if you like seeing this kind of like low end versus high end type of makeup review. I just really, honestly, I love giving my opinion on products because I worked behind the counter for so long and I just feel like I know when I see something and I'm like, okay, this is definitely worth it. You know, I just know. Look, I'm all bigging myself up. I just be knowing these things, you know what I'm saying? No, but really, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Subscribe to my channel, okay? And last but not least, shred and slay. Am I starting a trend here? Like, I have no idea what's going on right now. Oh no!